Hey guys, I know it's been a while since my last video, and I'm so sorry about that, but just to kind of ease the tension, I'll just let you guys know I was not pregnant last cycle, which means yes, I did start a new cycle. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to keep you guys updated because I started my new job, and it's been very, very time consuming. It is basically what I do is I'm over the facilities at our local hospital district, and we have 3 different hospitals and a whole bunch of other different little professional buildings and things like that. And I'm one of the 4 people who kind of distribute out. I don't know, I'm just a very, very busy person. So I've been working a lot more than I actually have in the last year and a half. I haven't had a job, so which was great because, you know, my husband supported us and we were able to do my infertility treatments without really stressing me out. But I've just been so busy because, you know, I decided that maybe work was a good idea. You know, we certainly, you know, won't, we certainly, you know, could always use the extra income, but on top of that, it's just better for me to be working because I'm not thinking, I'm not stressing as bad, I guess. So I started my new job. So basically, if you guys do get a video, it'll more than likely be on a weekend since I work weekdays. So I'll try to get those out to you guys on weekends when necessary. So to get updated on this cycle, I am cycle day 4 today. So yeah, it's you know, I'm sorry I wasn't able to update you guys and let you know. It's just been really busy lately. So what we're doing this cycle. At first, I had decided that because of all of my health issues that I'm having with my bowels and things like that, we have decided to not do anything this cycle and just to let it be a natural cycle. And that was our original plan. And then I had my doctor's appointment moved up from September to Tuesday. So in a couple of days, I'll have my doctor's appointment with my gastro doctor, which is really funny because the day I made that appointment, I haven't had diarrhea since. So again, that's really silly, but I honestly don't know if it's all in my head or what's going on. But I really want to make sure it's checked out in case I do become pregnant. I want to be at I want to be the healthiest that I can be right now, so that I have a higher chance of becoming pregnant, and if I did become pregnant, that I would have a healthy pregnancy and not have any issues during the pregnancy. So that was our original plan, but my nurse, well, my specialist, my reproductive endocrinologist, I don't really communicate with him, I communicate with the nurse, and I know her very well, and she called me again, cycle day 2, and she was like, hey, I just want to make sure you're not doing anything this cycle. And I was like, okay, send my medication. And I don't know, I just got this feeling. I was like, maybe I'll just take the medication and not do the IUI, or who knows, I don't know. It's kind of all up in the air right now. She originally suggested, before I told her that I was having bowel issues and that I kind of wanted to make sure I was healthy, what they wanted to do was, because my insurance is going to make me do an IUI, 3 IUI, so 1 more IUI before I can do IVF, they'll allow me to do the pre-treatment. So the testing, and everything that needs to be done before you can actually officially start your IVF medication. That's what she wanted me to do. She was like, let's do the medication, the IUI, and we can also start your pre-testing. And I was like, you know, well, I've been kind of sick lately, and, you know, we decided against doing it, and now that I feel better, I'm like, oh, I really wish I could have, but it's too late. So I could have possibly been starting IVF this cycle, and I didn't. But I don't even know if I'm going to be doing an IUI this cycle. I basically am going to go off of what my doctor says Tuesday. I'm going to let him know what's going on, tell him everything that I've been experiencing, and see what he suggests and go from there. But I will be doing medication. But here's the thing about the medication. They had called in my prescription to Walgreens, And I got an email from Walgreens saying that my prescription couldn't be paid for. And I was like, okay, it was like $150 or something. So I called my insurance company, and the way that I've been doing things is my insurance is $100 a month. So what I've been doing is I just pay 2 months at a time. It's just easier. And I thought I went January, February, March, April, May, June. That's the way I thought things worked out, but apparently I didn't do it that way, I guess. I don't know. I was behind on a payment, so they canceled my insurance, which they didn't let me know or anything. And I was like, what if I would have went up to St. Louis and they would, I went to the IUI and they're like, hey, sorry, you have to pay out of pocket. It's like $300. I would have been screwed. So I was kind of upset that they didn't even give me a reminder, hey, you're late on your payment. So they canceled my insurance. So I went ahead and paid 2 months in advance. So I went ahead and made 2 payments. And they're like, okay, it'll take 24 hours for it to re-kick back in. I'm like, okay, well, this is cycle day 2. I was like, okay, well, I need the medication for tomorrow. They're like, it should be there. So I called cycle day 3 yesterday, and I was like, hey, can you rerun my insurance? They talked to Walgreens. They're like, yeah, we reran it. It's not working. So I called my insurance back, and they're like, oh, well, it just posted on your account. Your payment did, so it's going to take 24 hours. So I'm like, okay, well, I've never taken it any other time other than cycle days 3 through 7. Now, I know some older women, or women with, not even necessarily older women, just women with less eggs or not as good quality, one or the other, I can't remember which, take it later because I think it produces less eggs but better quality eggs. And I think the earlier you take it, it produces more eggs, but they're all normal quality. I think that's how it works. So I've never taken it later than cycle day 3 because my eggs are good and I have lots of them, so there's no reason for me to do it like that. But who knows, maybe I just need one really good quality egg. So if my insurance is going to pay for it today, I'll have to call them. Then I'll be taking it 4 through 8, which will be really weird. They said as soon as I get it, start taking it. But if not, then I can take them 5 through 9. So that's the latest. I can't take them 6 through 10 or anything. It's too late in my cycle. So if my insurance doesn't pull through until Monday, which I'm hoping that it will before then I won't be taking medication this cycle. So who knows, maybe it was just meant to be. So I'm not really sure. I haven't started medication as of right now, and I haven't called Walgreens yet. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Let's see. What else can I update you guys on really, really quick? Here's something that's interesting. So for a while, if you guys didn't know, I used to live in Florida. I used to live in Daytona, and I absolutely loved it. And me and my husband have been working towards moving to Florida. I talk with my hands. You guys just never see them. We've been working towards moving to Florida. We rent our house here. We don't want to buy a house where we're at in Illinois. We don't want to settle here. Even if we got pregnant, we had made the decision that we were still going to move with or without child. So it's just something that, we're just taking time and doing as we are. We were going to do one full insurance cycle, so January through December of fertility treatments. And if I wasn't to become pregnant, then we were going to move January after. We weren't going to stay around. Well, we might be staying longer. And the only reason why is because we are heavily considering moving to New Zealand. Just because we don't really belong here. We're very adventurous and we like to go out and do things, and we've actually considered building our own home on we've considered living off the grid. We've considered living in we're just kind of I guess the best way to put it is we're kind of hippies at heart. We don't really need a lot of we don't really like electronics. We don't really want any of that kind of stuff. We're happy with it just being me, him, and our dogs, and then our kids. We're happy that way. So we're kind of just playing it by ear as of right now. But we're going to go ahead and look into the visa process and, look into how to go about buying houses down there. We already know a lot about the country. We've already talked to a representative over there, or whatever you want to call him. So, I've asked some people that I kind of met through Facebook. I went ahead and asked them some questions about the country and things like that. So it's definitely something that we are looking into. And if we do decide to do this, then we will stay here for a couple more years to save up as much money as we can before we make our move to New Zealand. So, really exciting. You know, we really talked about it. We talked about moving to Ireland at first because I have a really, really good friend in Ireland, and he was trying to convince us to go over there, and I really like Ireland. I really do believe that it's a beautiful country, but it's a little bit too rainy for me, I guess. So I'm not sure yet, but we're definitely pushing for New Zealand. So that's some big news, I guess. It's not 100%, and it could always change depending on what happens in our lives. But we don't want to stay in America for our whole lives. That is something that we have always known as a couple, and we do not plan on staying here. Even if we had moved to Florida, we realized that we would again move. We're just kind of constant. We're just travelers at heart, and that is something that has always been. It's not going to change, but the location might always change depending on our lives and how things play out. Maybe there's something about New Zealand that we're not aware of yet, or things like that. So we're still kind of iffy. But as I said, it would be years to come. But that's just something I'd like to share with you guys that has been going on in my life. But just to kind of recap about my cycle, because that's what you're here for, is I'm on cycle day 4 now. Here's something kind of concern. My period, it's blood, the blood itself, so skip on ahead if you don't want to hear it. It's been it's been mixed with like egg whites. I mean, it's still blood, don't get me wrong. It's not like, it's not clear, it's blood. But it's been very stringy and clotty, and that's weird. I've never had clots. I always wear tampons, so maybe I just never noticed them. But I've kind of been switching over to like more pads. I hate pads. I hate them. So at work I wear tampons, but when I get home I just wear a pad. And I was looking on the pad, and there was like little, there were little clots everywhere, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I'm not sure why, if that's like something. I mean, I'm gonna mention it, but I don't know if that has something relevance to my last cycle at all. If it means that like I could have had an egg that was fertilized but not implanted. I'm not sure. Maybe I had thick lining. I don't know. But very, very exciting to start this new cycle that I started on my own and to move on to a new cycle. So I was bummed that I wasn't pregnant because I had high progesterone. But if everything played out correctly, I don't think I ovulated when I thought I did. Which doesn't make sense because I used my OPKs, and the one day I didn't test, I thought I would have gotten a positive, but I would have been 18 DPO when I got my period, which just doesn't sound right to me. I'm thinking the chances of me having an 18-day long luteal phase and not being pregnant, I think that there's a higher chance that I just miscalculated my ovulation. So I moved it to like 4 DPO where I had like a little fallback rise. And if I would have ovulated then, I would have been 14 DPO, started on 15 DPO. So that is normal for me. So I'm thinking that, which means that I would have had sex 3 days before ovulation, which would have obviously lowered my chances. So it's just hard for me because as much as I would love to have sex every other day, because it's so painful, after I think I ovulate, I stop, which is decreasing my chances, which I probably should until I know that I'm well past ovulation. But I was just really, really sick last cycle with the diarrhea and everything, so I just didn't want to do it. But I'm feeling good this cycle. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever you want to say. So hopefully I get my medication and I'm able to take it and I'm able to ovulate on my own. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. And I have not decided if I'm doing an IUI yet, just to recap. So we will figure that out Tuesday. So maybe Wednesday I can squeeze in a video for you guys and let you know how my appointment went and if I decided to do an IUI or not. I'll try. I will really, really try. And I've officially broke 150 on the subscribing list. I think I'm at 162-ish. So Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support that I'm getting, and I love seeing the views go up because that just makes me feel like, even though I know that people rewatch videos and they're probably not 182 people watching them, it just makes me feel like 182 people care about this issue, and that makes me really happy. So, I don't know, I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay positive about my doctor's appointments. I'm really hoping that everything goes well and that I don't have some serious issue. I'm really scared for that. I've been very scared lately that it's something very serious because I've been having a lot of pain, a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and cancer is very common in both sides of my family. My grandpa died of cancer. My mom's had something, I can't remember. My dad's had skin cancer. My aunt and uncle have both had cancer multiple times. On the other side, my grandma's had cancer. It's just both sides have it, and I'm very scared, to be honest with you guys, just to kind of bring it back low-key. So I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm very scared because I don't feel well, and they can't find anything normally wrong with me. So I'm scared they're going to find something in my colon or in my bladder or somewhere down there, and it's not going to be good. But I'm trying to stay positive, and that's why I wasn't going to do treatments this cycle, because I was scared that if I had cancer, I wouldn't want to be pregnant. But that is not a good way to think, so we're not going to think that way. We're just not going to think that way. That's just what we're going to not do. Got to stay positive. I've been promoting positivity through all of my videos constantly. There's no sense in looking into negativity. So we're going to stay positive. That's what we're going to do. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm going to go outside and try to do something. Maybe go to my parents and spend time with them. Something like that, I guess, is what I'm going to do. And stay positive because my life's not over yet. And there's no way of telling when it's going to be over. And that's the way that I like to live, is that you don't know when it's going to end. You just know that it is. And the fact that it's a possibility that it could happen at any time should motivate you to do things on a no regrets basis. And that's kind of how I've been living lately. So not to get anybody worried or anything, but just kind of trying to stay positive, and trying to stay positive is the key. And I will let you guys know what happens Tuesday with the new specialist, not fertility specialist, a gastro specialist. And I'll have to have a colonoscopy, and I think they're going to do a virtual colonoscopy as well. And God knows, I know that I have to have the laparoscopy done, and probably an endoscopy, and a whole bunch of other scopies, and a whole bunch of shit going on, sorry. So, not really quite sure. This is a 20-minute video, wanted it to be 5. I'm so sorry, I like to ramble, but I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, cycle day 4 today, pushing through this cycle, gonna take the medication if it comes on time. I got something in my eye. Ow. Anyway, moving forward. So, that's what's going on this cycle, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I really mean that. I've been contemplating doing some kind of like a giveaway for you guys, just because I appreciate you so much. So I'll try to come up. I'm very creative. I don't like to just like go buy something at Walmart. Like I'm a creative person, and I like to make things personalized and unique. So I'll work on that, and maybe I'll do something next video. So make sure that you watch it. I will make that video short so you don't have to listen to me ramble forever and ever. So that's all I have for you guys. Cycle day 4 today, pushing it through. Didn't temp this morning, but doesn't really matter at this point, does it? So I'll let you guys know Wednesday, hopefully. And if I don't, I will make sure to make a video for you guys by Saturday, so a week from today. So maybe Saturday will be our day, but I'm not sure. but it smells like the house is burning down. So I should probably go. I think my husband's trying to cook. So I will talk to you guys later. I really, really, really appreciate you. I just want you guys to know that it means so much to me to see like comments and to know that you guys are watching and that you guys are, you know, paying attention to what's going on in my life. It makes me feel, you know, like not this size anymore. I feel like I have like a small little warrior of women behind me, like a little army, and I just feel more empowered to stay positive. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much, and I will make sure to make another video for you. And hopefully this cycle will end in pregnancy, but I am hoping more towards that. I'm okay. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you later.